Hi guys, so in this tutorial, I want to show you how you can install WordPress, auto install WordPress using a hosting company. Um, there are a lot of hosting companies like Bluehost, and there are a lot of hosting companies, Cloudways, AWS, a lot of hosting companies, and these hosting companies have their benefit, they are good. But for this tutorial, I'm going to be using Hostinger, and the reason why I am using Hostinger for this tutorial is because um, Hostinger is a hosting company that I've used to install and host WordPress sites for like 3 years now, and I don't have any complaints. I really like their support. Their support is really fast. They are very responsive, and I am okay with the uptime rates and the speed of my site and all of this stuff. So I like Hostinger, right? So yeah, Hostinger can be good, really good. And if you encounter any problem, like I said, have very good support. So let's go right into this tutorial. First of all, you have to go to Hostinger, right? Which is a hosting platform. I'll leave a link to Hostinger on the description. So click on that link and you'd be on this page. So this is Hostinger's page. You can see all the good stuff about Hostinger. You can see the different plan tiers with Hostinger. Hostinger has like premium hosting, business hosting, single web hosting. I do prefer the business web hosting because that's the one I'm on, and I prefer it because it has a lot of features. But let's see. So if you go over here, you'll be able to compare the features of all these, three kind of hosting. You'll be able to compare the features, security features, free bounces features, WordPress option. There's a lot that you can, compare. So you see what is best suited for you. And over here, you can still have this table comparison of the features of these three. So for me, I prefer business hosting. So let's click on the business plan. Of course, if you don't have this, you can go for the cheaper one, which is single web hosting. So when we click on this add to cart, we're taken to this page, right? And on this page, we can see that if we are paying for 1 month, we'll be paying $16.99. If we are paying for 12 months, we'll be paying $3.99 per month. And if we are paying for 24 months, we'll be paying $3.99 per month. And if you're paying for 48 months, we'll be paying $3.999 a month. So it depends on what we want to go for. So for me, I prefer this one, this 48 months. And the reason is because just make your one-time payment and then you don't have to worry about paying something else until 48 months. So you do this one-time payment and you're not going to pay nothing till on hosting till for the 4 years time, right? So that's why I would go for this. But again, the choice is up to you. So over here, you create your Hostinger account. You just create an email, put your email address. You could also create an account with your Facebook or with Google, all right? So once that is done, you select your payment platform and then you put your payment information and then you click on payment. Now you see with this business hosting plan for 4 years, we'll be paying $199.52, right? And that is for like 4 years. That means I wouldn't have to worry about paying for hosting for 4 years. Okay, this said, once we are done with this, we would be able to log in right to our Hostinger account. So if we click on login and we'll put our email address and our password here, we could log in. And once we log in, would be on our Hostinger dashboard. Another way to log in is to just go and Google Hostinger login, right? And you see Hostinger logins page and then you can log in. Anyways, the link to creating your Hostinger account will be on the description. Full disclosure here, if you do use the link to make a purchase of a Hostinger plan, this platform does get a little commission from that purchase, but that does not add any extra cost to your price. So if you're going to purchase Hostinger like from just Googling for Hostinger, right? You will still be paying the same price as if you use the link that I'll provide. But the link that we provide gives us some commission, which helps us, create good and helpful, useful content like this. And sometimes using our link means that you even get to purchase at a cheaper price. So sometimes you do get discounts from Hostinger for people who, come from our referral. Anyways, so that said, let's go into our Hostinger dashboard. Now, over here on Hostinger, you could see, other than the fact that that we get commission, right? That's not the main reason we recommend Hostinger. I just want to be clear with that. You can see on my dashboard that I have 3 websites with Hostinger, and these are 3 website with Hostinger I've built, and then I've used Hostinger for like 3 years now, and I don't have any complaints using Hostinger. So good. That's why I do recommend Hostinger, right? So yeah. So let's go and create a new website. So if you just logged into your Hostinger dashboard, right? You just have to go to domains because you need to first get a domain. And now once you have a Hostinger plan, you'll be getting a free domain. So let's click on get a new domain. All right. So we'll come down here and we'll search for the domain. So let's search for .com. Usually a .com domain per year would have cost you $9.99, but Hostinger does give you a free domain plan. So once you're paying for a Hostinger subscription, you'll be getting 1 free domain, and then you can create unlimited subdomain and host it for free on Hostinger. All right, so let's just choose a domain name. So a domain name is what you would use for your store. So let's go for, let's just say, and let's see if this is available. Not available. Okay, it's available for other extensions as .myspace, .mystore, .fun, but it's not available for .com. So I really don't care about the name here because this is just for tutorial purpose. But obviously, give your name a good thought. Select a good name, a name that would sound good to the ears. All right. But yeah, so that's that. So once you keep selecting and then you see one that is available, like this one is available with .com, you can then purchase. I won't purchase this. This name doesn't sound cool. It's just for illustration purpose. Anyways, a few tips to know when you want to purchase your domain name. Also, please go to your social media and check if those domain name is available. So whatever domain name you want to use for your website, we highly recommend going to Instagram, going to Twitter, going to Facebook, and just check if those domain names are available, right? Because you want your business name to be consistent across social medias and your website. And secondly, we also recommend getting a domain name that sounds generic. So if you want to sell kitchen knives today, you don't have to get a domain name like kitchenknife.com. Of course, that will work for that kitchen knife business. But the reason why we do recommend using a more generic name is because if you decide tomorrow you don't want to sell kitchen knife and you want to pivot to do other things, you could still use that same domain name, right? You could still use, if you had used a generic name like Maris, I don't know, and you wanted to sell kitchen knife before, you could, and you now decide that, oh, I'm not going to sell kitchen knives, I'm just going to sell baby toys. The name, a generic name like Maris, will go for either kitchen knives or baby toys. That would have been different if you had used a very specific domain name like kitchenknife.com. Of course, you can't say kids toys with kitchenknife.com. It doesn't sound cool. Anyway, so that said, let's go into creating our WordPress site. So we would just go to hosting, and then when we click on hosting at the menu, we could then click on add website. You could see that I've been creating website with HostingGuard as far back as 2022, and that's really why I do recommend this, guys. It has worked for me. Anyways, so let's click on add website. So when we click on add website, we would then be on this page. So on this page, you select if you want to migrate a site or create a new site. So you could choose to migrate on existing website, or you could choose to create a new website. So let's just click on create a new website. So once we click here, we'll see this page. So let's click on WordPress, but you can also build with different CMS. You could build with HostingGuard website builder. You could build your website with many other platforms, and you could choose here to select. But we're keeping this simple. This tutorial is for really beginners, WordPress beginners. So let's just click on what? WordPress. Okay. So we click on WordPress, and then we'll be taken to this page where we should create our WordPress account. So we put our administrator email, all right, and then we'll put our WordPress administrator password. So let's create one quickly. So once we've done this, we'll be taken to this page where we could choose plugins. But we're gonna skip this because we can always start installing plugins on the WordPress dashboard. So we'll skip this, all right. But if you select that, it wouldn't matter anyways. But here again, templates, we can still select templates within the WordPress dashboard. So we are going to skip this. All right. So having skipped this, here we can now either buy a domain for to use for that WordPress site, or use an existing domain. So I'll click on use an existing domain if you have one. Then if we do click on use an existing domain, and we have an existing domain that, an existing domain, right? Domain name, we could just put that domain. All right. So if that domain is already being hosted somewhere else, we might not be able to, but we need a domain that is not being hosted anywhere else. We could put that domain here. Or if we don't have a domain, we could go over here and then get a domain, buy a domain. Whatever be the case. So if we do put a domain name that we have, and then we'll click on continue, that will be that. We'll have installed WordPress, all right? It will redirect us to our WordPress dashboard. So let's see what WordPress dashboard looks like. This is what our WordPress dashboard looks like, what a WordPress dashboard looks like, right? So a quick way to access your WordPress dashboard after you have installed it, you could access it, of course, from going through HostingGuard dashboard, but that's not very quick, right? So once you've created your website and it's installed on HostingGuard, if you want to access your WordPress dashboard quickly, what you should just do is go to your search bar, your browser search bar, and then you just put HTTPS, whatever, double slashes, your domain name. So if your domain name was marriage.com, so marriage.com/WP-admin. All right. So basically what you'll be putting on your browser bar is your domain name, right? /WP-admin. So anytime you put your domain name /WP-admin, you would be on this page. And then on this page, you could put the administrator email you used when you were trying to create the WordPress site, or you're installing the WordPress site, and then your administrator password. And if you forget, if you can't remember what that is, you could click on lost your password and try to and create a new one. All right. So that said, once we put our username and we put our password on this page, would be on our WordPress dashboard. that means that we've installed WordPress and we can then log in. Now, I want to show you something else. If you take out this WP admin from the dashboard and you just leave only your domain name. So if your domain name is marriage.com, only marriage.com, that's it. If you just click on that, you would see that you already have a website, but this is what the website will look like. Just the default websites, no customizations, nothing. All right. So this is how to see your website. And at any time, if you click on /w, okay, you have to have the website. You have to have this first. All right. If you just add something to it, add /WP admin. All right. So your domain name with its /WP admin will bring you to your WordPress dashboard, and WordPress has been installed with Hostinger. Yeah, so I hope you find this tutorial helpful. Let's see you on the other side of my WordPress dashboard where I show you how you can create a WooCommerce website, a website where people can, buy things from, shop, and all of that stuff. All right.